Brooklyn's Bishop Robert Brennan has been to the March for Life before, and he will be down in D.C. this year as well. He joins us now. And Bishop Brennan, you've walked the National Mall several times for this huge event. Tell me what strikes you most about the march.
One of the things that strikes me the most is the joy and the enthusiasm. We're there for a very, very serious reason, but people who are there are filled with this conviction about the goodness, the importance of life and life at every stage. One of the things that impresses me always when I go to the Mass at the shrine, at the National Basilica, is to see both the veterans, the people who've been doing this year after year, going back to 1973 or so, but also to see a whole new generation, a generation of young people who are filled with joy. This year will be a little bit different. The National Basilica is generally filled to the brim. You have young people sitting in all of the different shrine areas and the different altar sides, sitting on the floor. The church is packed beyond belief. Obviously, that's not going to be the case this year. We have to set a cutoff. It's not because people aren't interested, but we have to restrict the numbers. But yet, we'll be together united in prayer. We'll be together united in appreciation for the gift of life and asking God's mercy on us and his help for us as a country, that we might grow in our respect for that gift of life that he gives to us and gives to every human person.
It is so nice that we can actually get together in person this year. And you mentioned young people. A lot of people might be surprised that young people actually make up the majority of those marching to the Supreme Court. Why do you think so many young people are choosing to support life?
I think that it kind of goes naturally. There's a logic to supporting life. There's an inherent logic. We call it natural law. So there's something instinctive that young people know that there's a value in life. Unfortunately, society tends to try to shake that up a little bit. But young people have that inner knowledge of the value of human life. And I'm always inspired to see the young people who take up the cause. But we can never lose sight of the veterans, the people who've been doing this for years and years and years. So that's what I love seeing, is that mix of people who've been doing this all along and the young people.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the shrine. The March for Life really kicks off Thursday night with the National Prayer Vigil at the Shrine of the Immaculate Conception. You'll be there. You're offering a special reflection during the Holy Hour afterwards. Can you give us a sneak peek on what you're planning to say?
Well, who knows where the Spirit may move me at the time, but my plans right now, I plan to tie in the fact that being created in God's own image and likeness, you go back to the book of Genesis, being created in God's own image and likeness is really the truth that underlies all of our teachings, all of who we are. So respect for life is the foundation of, respect for the dignity of every human person is the foundation of our teaching on abortion, on euthanasia, on violence. Second thing I would probably want to talk about has to do with changing hearts and minds. And that one of the things that I'm so inspired by in terms of the work of the church and so many others, it's not just the church, but so many other pro-life organizations, has to do with not only changing legislation, which is something very important to us, but really about meeting people in their need. So we've initiated that Walking with Moms in Need. We want to be there with and for people every step of that journey.
Yeah, so people go every year, and each year they're praying for Roe v. Wade to be overturned, as you're talking about legislation, but we know it hasn't happened yet. So what's your message for those who could be losing faith with the pro-life cause? Never give up.
Never give up. We know that God works in mysterious ways, that God is working through us, and it is discouraging. It is hard. And we're going to be coming up next year on 50 years since the Roe v. Wade decision. And what a tragedy that is. But on the other hand, we recognize that through the ages, God sometimes acts in mysterious ways after even longer periods of time. So like the people in biblical times, we pray, oh, how long, oh God, please let this be changed soon. when oh God, we're longing for you. We're longing for your salvation. We're longing for the conversion of hearts and minds in our country and around the world.
All right, you heard Bishop Brennan. We must be on a mission to change hearts. Bishop, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.